Hi guys, it is Monday, March 18th. It is 4:35. I am headed home. I just wanted to kind of check in. This weekend, this Friday, Saturday weekend, I did not weigh in. It was, that 1 week out of the month where you never want to weigh in. And I'm a little different than a lot of people I hear. I don't gain weight during that time. I actually lose weight. And then when it's over and I go to check in again or to weigh in again, I've gained weight, so it looks like I'm bouncing up and down. So I knew that I felt kind of gross and whatever, so I just decided not to weigh in this weekend and skip it. And I hardly ever do that, but once in a while I just need the time to skip it, and I did. So I did really well meal planning this weekend. I made the same choice for breakfast and lunch. My breakfast all week is going to be the Light and Fit, Dan & Light and Fit toasted coconut vanilla yogurt for 2 points, which is really good. And then for lunch every day, I made myself some naked chicken nuggets, which is just cut up chicken that I put in the air fryer with a bunch of Mrs. Dash. And I don't put anything else on it. I personally don't like chicken in the microwave, but I don't mind it when it's been air fried and then microwaved. It's not so bad. And then with that, I have vegetables and some cut up apples with cinnamon. And I made it like my own little TV dinner. So I have the 3 container. So in the big container is the veggies. It's the California blend with nothing on them. And in the 1 container, I have the chicken nuggets, and in the other small container I have the apples and cinnamon. So that is 0 points for all of that. And then I got Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A, which is like my favorite thing from there, and I eat half of it, and it is 3 points for half. Today I didn't even eat half. I didn't even barely use any of it, so I gave myself 2 points for that. So I've had 4 points all day. And then I had already pre-tracked, and my cereal, which is what Norm wants to have for dinner tonight, would have been 10 points. So, which would have been fine, because then I would have been at 14 points? And then if I had 5 more points of a dessert, which I was already intending, that would have been 19, right? So that would have been fine, and I would have been great. However, someone bought me a candy bar today. Those the ones that you buy from kids who are selling them, the whatever. Those are 10 points, by the way, and somebody bought me 2 of them and gave them to me, one of my people at work. And I ate one. My intention was to have 1 piece, right? I ended up having the whole thing, and I had 10 points worth of candy bar. So let's recalculate. I had 10 points of candy bar, right? And I had 2 points of yogurt and 2 points of Chick-fil-A sauce, which was the Polynesian sauce. So 10 and 4 is 14. So I've had 14 points, okay? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points is going to give me my ice cream for the night. I have a 5-point ice cream that I bought. So that still puts me at 19 points, but now I haven't had dinner yet. Okay? So I asked Norm, I text him, and he's mad at me right now, so the fact that he even said yes is kind of a big deal. But I asked him to stop at the diner and get me my salad. My salad is 2 points. So I give myself 1 point for the shrimp that I have them put on it, because it is, they say they don't use any oil, but just in case, I always count 1 point for that. And then it's 1 point for the dressing that I use, which is blue cheese, but I do the dip my fork in it thing, and I put it into a teaspoon, not even a tablespoon first, and that's what I use. And if I use more than that, then I give myself more points, but most of the time I don't even use the whole teaspoon. And that is what I asked him to get. Now that sometimes comes with a soup, and if it does, he'll probably get me like a chicken noodle. which is like 2 points for their chicken noodle. But either way, so now if I have 2 points for my salad, and I just said I had what? I had 10 for the candy bar, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That'll put me at 23 points for the day, and it'll be right on. So my cereal is out the door. I can't have cereal. If Norm gets me the salad, I'm golden. But the point is, I had a candy bar, and now I have to readjust what I'm having for dinner, which makes it okay. But if I couldn't readjust what I'm having for dinner, I'd be pretty over. Anyway, so that's my plan for the whole week as far as not having a candy bar every day, even though there's another one in my freezer at work. My plan is to, and it's, I put the candy bar in my freezer because where I sit, I can't see the freezer because it's a low refrigerator, and I'm hoping to forget about it. So, anyway, I should have just given it away, but I'm gonna want it. So, I have my plan for the week. Tomorrow, if I don't have a candy bar, I will probably have cereal for dinner and maybe some popcorn. I've been really liking popcorn lately. I've been wanting salty as opposed to sweet, which is not like me, but now I think I'm back to wanting sweet. But so I have no idea what I weigh right now. I am doing a detox that is my own making. So I've talked about this before. I am not willing, I guess, at this point in my life to spend $20 or more on tea. As much as I like tea, I'm really not willing to spend that kind of money. And trying to think how I want to put this. And the tea that I buy does the job most of the time. So I'm going to tell you about the tea. I've told you about it before, and then I'm going to give you my kind of tips and tricks, okay? So the tea that I buy is a tea called Medicinal Remedies. And I do two different types. One is called Smooth Move, and it does everything the name says it does. And there are 3 flavors. There's a chamomile flavor, a peppermint flavor, and a chocolate flavor. I've tried them all. I don't mind the chamomile. It's very light. The peppermint probably tastes the best, but still not great. And the chocolate is terrible. So chocolate tastes like you're drinking chocolate water, and it's just not fabulous. So I make the water, steep the tea, and I let it cool down to almost room temperature when it comes to that one, and then I just chug it because I just don't love it. And then the other one is called Weightless or Weight Loss. I think it's Weightless. And it's by the same people, and it is cranberry flavored, and I actually like that one. And it's real light, and it tastes like a fruity kind of tea. You could add sweetener to it if you want to. I don't. I drink that one every other night. So Saturday night I did the Smooth Move. Sunday night I did the cranberry. No, that's not right. Friday night I did the Smooth Move. That's right. Saturday night I did the cranberry. Last night I did the Smooth Move again. And it has been kind of working things out. And I don't always make it the 7 days because sometimes my body is just done and it doesn't have any more to go, even though it's still making me want to. So tonight I'll do the cranberry, and then we'll see how I feel. I have off tomorrow, so I might do the cranberry tomorrow morning and then the Smooth Move tomorrow night. I haven't decided. It just depends. I'm really loving these, by the way, guys. The Diet Coke, this is blueberry kind. yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in and let you all know where I was, still hanging in. So I really like my new job. Today traffic is not so bad. I'm still going to be probably like 5:15 getting home, but the only time I really stop and go today was right out of my job, and I sat through a light like 5 times. But other than that, today's traffic hasn't been too bad. I've been rolling. But anyway, I like my new job. I like what I'm doing. Some days are better than others, you know, but I'm a behavior specialist, so that would stand to reason, right? That some days are better than others. Like I said, I have off tomorrow because I'm going for an interview. For just to get into a pool of admins, you have to do an assessment every couple of years just to keep your status current, so that you are still qualified to do admin. And this is for Baltimore County, not the county I work in. So anyway, so I was thinking about it today, and you know, I was texting with some of my friends from my old job, and one of them said, you know, that today at that job it was an S show, right? And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, I kind of think all schools are like that. It's just a matter of whether or not you get along with the people you work with. And I started thinking about the way things change. So at my current job and at my former job, the admin there are brand new at that school. They're not brand new admin, they're brand new at that school. So, you know, there's a lot of changes. When you get new admin, people want things to stay the same. They want things to remain the way they were when the old admin was there, because even if they hated them at first, they now have gotten used to that person, and they don't want to change it, right? They don't want things to be different. So that's kind of where both of my schools are right now. So there's several schools of thought, and I was just talking about this today. I was actually listening to 2 other people talk about this and just kind of listening. And as they were talking, I was formulating this in my head. So there's a couple schools of thought. One is people who are really, really miserable after we have admin change will start looking for another job next year, right? People who are new don't have the ability yet will stay and make the best of it, and they'll conform, right? People who like the new admin will stay and rise to the top, right? People who, like me, who know that eventually things are going to change again, will sit back and do the best they can and wait for change. So I kind of turned that around to the changes in WW or Weight Watchers or whatever you want to call it. There will be people who will jump ship, right? The minute they change the plan, they will say, I'm done, I'm jumping ship, I hate freestyle, I'm out. Those people are pretty much weeded out at this point. Some have come back, but most have been weeded out, right? Then there are the ones who started when freestyle started, or right close to when freestyle started, and they don't really know any better. So they're going to rise to the top because this is the plan they know, right? And they're going to do their best at it because it's what was introduced to them, okay? Then there are the people who, you know, like I said, they understand that change happens, and they sit back and they do the best they can on the plan, knowing that eventually the plan is going to change again. You know, when it doesn't work for a lot of people, or when in reality, let's be real, when WW isn't making money and Miss Winfrey is losing millions of dollars, WW is going to back up and they're going to change, and they're going to say, okay, let's go back to doing something else. And maybe it's not WW changing its name back to Weight Watchers. Maybe it's not changing freestyle. Maybe it's tweaking freestyle. Maybe it's making 2 different programs and say, okay, WW is going to be for those people on maintenance with freestyle, and this is how you're gonna maintain your weight and be healthy and all those other things. And good old-fashioned Weight Watcher, Smart Points, or Points Plus, or whatever, those are going to be for those of us who haven't hit goal yet, right? And if it was me, if I was Weight Watchers, that's what I would do. You'd have 2 different plans. You could be in maintenance, where it would be freestyle, or you could be in weight loss mode, which would be the Smart Points and or Points Plus, whichever one worked, right? And that's what I would do. It would be very simple, right? At least in my opinion, you know, because I don't have to spend the millions of dollars to retweak these things. But I'm in the camp. When I started Weight Watchers freestyle, when I started Weight Watchers, people were not on, or people were just switched to Smart Points, right? I started on Smart Points. So I rocked Smart Points for the first year, just dropping pounds every week, right? Dropping, okay? Then they went to freestyle. And at first, I was one of those ones who I balked. I was like, what do you mean? This is not how I want things. I want it back to where it was. Then I embraced freestyle, but nothing really changed for me. I didn't rise to the top. I wasn't a star. I wasn't like, hey, because I never really, it's not where I started. It's not where I came in, right? So it was different. It was change. And now that it was change and I was good at the other program, this one was bound to fail. And maybe it just doesn't work for me and whatever. And now I've moved on to the fact where I was like, you know what? Just like principals and admin and bosses and people in your life, they're going to come and go. And I think this plan is going to come and go. And I think that Weight Watchers works if you work it. And if it doesn't, then you got to find something else. I'm not planning on going anywhere right now. I am stuck in the thought process of when I joined this roller coaster of Weight Watchers, I said to myself, and I begged the universe, I mean, bended knee, head bowed, hands folded, begged, just get me to 175. And I'll be happy. I'll be well in the 100s. I won't be close to 200. I won't be close to 230, which is where I started. I will be firmly in those 100s, right? I am 175, right? That's where I am. The universe heard me speak, and it said, you may have it. You have it. Get here, right? And now I want more. I'm not satisfied. I want more. But I'm not necessarily working like I should be. I'm not working the way I was when I wanted 175. Because I was happy here. I was happy at 175 for months. And now I'm not. But that's okay. Because I recognize that and I'm moving forward. So, did I have a candy bar today? Yes. Am I in the middle of a detox? Yes. Do I feel like that candy bar is going to stay in my belly? No. And that doesn't give me a reason to just eat whatever I want. But I feel okay knowing that it's probably not going to stick around for very long. And tonight I will make a better choice. And if for whatever reason Norm decides not to stop and get me that salad, then doggone it, I'll pull out some chicken and have some broccoli, because I cannot do the cereal tonight. I cannot have 10 points worth of cereal and not be satisfied when I've had 10 points worth of chocolate. And I will say this. I got, she brought me an almond candy bar and a caramel candy bar, and I ate the almond one and there wasn't an almond in it. Like, not one. So I was very unsatisfied. But anyway, so that's it. That's all I've got. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. For a Monday, it's not too bad. It's 49 degrees outside. We had a little bit of snow earlier today, just like flurries. But I really think we're done with that mess. And I'm ready for spring. I am ready for spring. I told you there comes a point in every year, and it's right around this time of year where I am done wearing a coat. I just don't want to do it anymore. I wore a coat today, and I gotta tell you, tomorrow it might not happen. I took it off because I'm just done. So tell me what you guys are doing. How are you feeling? Where are you? Comment down below. And I will talk to you guys real soon, and I hope you guys have a fabulous week.